Hey guys, how's it going? This is Cardfight Destiny here today to do yet a new deck profile. And today's deck profile, the card back looks familiar once again. Thus, that probably means we're doing something Link Joker based, and you'd be correct, as today's deck profile is... Look familiar? We are doing the Garnet Breaker Dragon build. Starting off with the starting Vanguard of the deck. It is Star-vader, Dust-tailed Unicorn, the good old friend. Getting him in close for all the new people who don't know his skill. Dust-tailed Unicorn. Counterblast 1 and you put him into the soul. If you have a Link Joker Vanguard and your opponent has a locked card, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and lock it. So, with that, basically, you break ride, you Legion into Garnet Star, move him, get lock 2, move him into the soul, lock a third, and now you basically easy delta locked your opponent. Oh, and I run him at 2. Starting Vanguard and 1 in the deck. Getting onto triggers, and excuse me while I turn off autofocus, because I didn't realize I had that on. Getting into triggers, I run 2 of the new draw trigger from the child deck, Vortex, Star-vader, Molybdenum. Sorry, new names, haven't learned them yet. And for Star-vader Nebula caster, the previous child deck perfect guard, draw trigger, excuse me. I run 2 Weiss Soldats, or Weiss Soldats, and 4 Apollo Dragons for my crits, so 6 crits, 6 draw, and then of course good old 4 Tellurium, Goddess of Link Joker, best heal trigger. Onto grade, oh no, that's my grade 2s. I don't know how I got them mixed up. Starting off on the grade 1s, we have 2 Star-vader Satellite Mirage. Satellite Mirage's skill is... excuse me. Oh god. I'm still trying to get oriented to these things even today. Anyway, choose a card from your hand and discard it. When this card's placed onto rearguard circle... Oh my god. I'm actually trying autofocus for once. And I thought it was working. Okay, here we go. Choose a card from your hand and discard it. When this unit is placed on rearguard circle, if the number of locked cards your opponent has is 2 or more, you pay the cost if you do draw a card. So kind of like that non-Link Joker, non-Star-vader unit that we had. Only now she's in the subclan, so she works for them. Move that out of the way. I run 4 Lanthanum. Lanthanum skill for those who are not initiated. While he's on board, whenever a card is locked, he gets power plus 2,000, making him a very effective power booster. Unfortunately, this is where the deck gets a little off because I should be running more of these. But unfortunately, I only have 3. We have Prism Gate, Star-vader, Palladium. Palladium is what really makes Chaos Breaker powerful. Oh, come on. There we go. And he was the forerunner of Omega Lock. Counterblast 1, you move him into the soul. During the opponent's end phase, when your opponent's locked card would be unlocked, via Link Joker Vanguard, you pay the cost if you do lock that unit. What makes him very broken with Chaos Breaker Dragon, or well, what made him very powerful with Chaos Breaker Dragon back during Chaos Breaker's prime, was when you relocked a unit with Palladium skill, you were still allowed to Soul Blast Palladium, Soul Blast in general, to draw a card. Because essentially, basically, cards were being unlocked, thus Chaos Breaker's skill goes active. Palladium also goes active at the same time since they're both auto skills. Palladium skill goes through first, locking the card, then Chaos Breaker's skill follows through next. You can't kill a locked card, but you're still able to, because now You can't kill an unlocking card because nothing was unlocking, but you can still draw a card because this skill was still in effect. And then, I have 3 Barrier Star-vader Promethiums, and 1 Refusing Deletor Evil. I almost said Weeble, because I'm too used to his I'm too used to the original belief of his name translation. Both of them are perfect guards. Evil is the new perfect guard that is no longer clan specific. Moving on to grade 2s. I run 1 Strike Star-vader Crypton. Technically, he should not be in the deck at all because he is supposed to be a colony maker, but unfortunately, I only have 2 colony maker. Colony maker skill. Come on. Counterblast 1, when this unit is placed on rearguard circle, if you have a Link Joker Vanguard and your opponent has a locked card, you pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 grade 1 or less card with Star-vader in its card name, call it rearguard circle, shuffle the deck. Really good card. Allows you to do some fun stuff. I run 4 Unrivaled Star-vader Radon. I know it's supposed to be pronounced Radon. I pronounce it as Radon. 3 of them are the Legion art, and 1 is the old original trial deck art because he is SP. So yeah, Radon's skill, he's the Link Joker sub-clan 12k attacker. Nothing more, nothing less. And then of course, Corrin's Avatar of Darkness. I run 4 Companion Star-vader Photon. Yes, I know the name is dumb. It should have just stayed Companion Star-vader Photon. I don't know why the change happened. It is what it is. Anyway, Photon skill, when my autofocus decides to not be a butt. When this unit is placed on a rearguard circle, if you have a Vanguard with Star-vader in its card name, and your opponent has a locked card, what the hell? Oh, it was something on the thing that made the text look weird. Anyway, if your opponent has a locked card, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and lock it. So basically, you get a free lock as long as the opponent has 1 locked card. Getting onto my grade 3s now. Starting, of course, with the Legion of the deck. You have 4 Star-vader Garnet Star Dragon. Garnet Star Dragon is the first of the 2 Legionnaires for Photon, and his skill is as followed. When this unit legions, choose a rear guard. When this unit legions, choose a rear guard in your opponent's front row and back row, and lock them. Basically, it's the Break Ride skill, but in Legion form, which means you no longer have to wait till 4 damage. You can start firing it off as early as possible. As well, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, it gets power plus 2000, making him 13k base whenever, making him 22k base when in Legion. Garnet Star is really good, and he's going to get even better come Blaster Joker. And then, of course, the big boss monster of the deck himself, my Avatar of Darkness. We have 4 Star-vader Chaos Breaker Dragon. If I can get myself oriented. Chaos Breaker Dragon skill, for those who do not know. Limit Break 4, which means, yes, he's a Limit Break era still. Soul Blast 1 card with Star-vader in its card name. During your opponent's end phase, when an opponent's locked card is unlocked, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card. If you do, retire that unit to draw a card. Excuse me. The reason, like I was saying, that Palladium and him work really well is because of that one part, and draw a card. If the skill had been read as, if you do, retire that unit and then draw a card, then the combo would not have worked. But because it says and draw a card, the combo works. Next up is his normal skill. Counterblast 1, choose a Star-vader from your hand, choose a card with Star-vader from your hand and discard it. At the end of the battle, choose one of your opponent's locked rear guards and lock it. This ability can be used for the rest of the turn. So, getting to the main point of this deck, the whole reason that this deck even exists is because it's designed to work around the early game locking that is Garnet Star, comboed with Palladium to keep cards locked, going into getting yourself into 4 damage as fast as possible, building up a soul from constantly re-legioning, and then nuking cards with this guy. And then you reap the benefits of this guy. I have literally built a soul stack that I have never seen before with Chaos Breaker, thanks to this deck. I've built soul stacks about as thick as that, which for me with Chaos Breaker has always been unheard of. Usually by the time I can get into Chaos Breaker back in the Limit Break era, I'd have a stack about, not including the main boss unit, I'd have a stack about that big. And I would then be able to fire off the skill a few times. But now, you can fire off the skill a lot more often. And that's the whole point. It's basically, currently this is the best Link Joker build you can build pre Blaster Joker era, or, well, to be more exactly, pre-BT17E era. Because, of course, Blaster Joker isn't the only good BT17E Link Joker deck. There are going to be a bunch of other really good BT17E Link Joker decks. But, of course, Chaos Breaker is one of the real good ones. When BT17E does hit, I will get back to you guys with some new builds, especially Link Joker. I'm going to be focusing a lot more on Link Joker. A lot of stuff happened. I'll get into that when I do another video later on down the line, talking about my current opinions on the Legion era and whatnot, and what I feel kind of needs to change because of some unfair advantages and whatnot, but it's mainly because of how Bushiroad acts. Well, before I get into anything else, I'll leave it at that. This is Cardfight Destiny, signing out, and I will see you all next time, people.